Hello, everybody. Welcome to a match review. Today, a tough night for the Magpies. Is we lost 2-0 to Bournemouth, a team that's fighting relegation, 17th in the league right now. And we lost against them. It was a really bad performance. Should have been 4-5-0 to say the least. Bournemouth really gave a historic win for them because they really bit Newcastle. They beat them like a drum, like a stepchild, gave them the business. And if you don't like it, if you don't disagree, if you disagree, let me know in the comment section. I will respond to you and we can interact. Let's get to 100 likes in this video, ladies and gentlemen, because when I became a Newcastle fan, it was always for for the good times and of course to support the team, and I still do and I always will. The problem here is also we don't it's not always going to be living in la la land and rainbows and roses. And when it's not that, when the team performs this bad, we still have to come out here and we still have to criticize the team when they do so. And I support them and always will. Again, once I said that, I have to also admit that this was a god awful game to watch. We can go with the lineup right here, which actually I will pat myself in the back because I was 95% right. I never knew that Miley was going to play Lewis Miley in the midfield. Never thought of that. But for the most part, I got everybody right. And even in the position that they played, Nick Pope, Lascelles, Shar, Trippier on the right, Lewis Ho on the left, Willock right there where he's at, always counting on him right there on the previous. If you can watch the preview, in the channel, of course, and tell me what I got wrong, and of course, support Longstaff, Miguel Almiron, Anthony Gordon, and Joe Linton. For some parts of the match, I saw Joe Linton playing as a 9. And I know somebody said that he's always been used to playing a number 9 before Newcastle. And okay, but today he didn't play at all as a number 9 really well. And I know the second biggest story, and actually probably the biggest going forward, is that Almiron out again. Every single match, somebody gets hurt for Newcastle. And at this point, I don't even know if it's bad luck. I don't even know if it's witchery. I don't even know what's going on. But every match, somebody gets hurt for Newcastle. What is going on here? And I mean, player after player that's key for this team. The last one, Dan Burn. On this one, Miguel Almiron out. Richie had to come on. Didn't do much, Richie. But there's no excuses because the way they played originally was just a bad performance. Sluggish, not interested in the match. After losing back-to-back in the Champions League, after just losing 2-0 to Dortmund, you would expect Newcastle to come out and at least show some interest in the match. At least show some sympathy with the fans. And I'm not saying they don't. Don't look at it as in a way, oh my God, this dude is a bandwagon fan, so I'm just leaving because he hates the club when we lose. That's not the point. The point is when we lose like this, because you can lose a match. Against Dortmund, I was very acceptive of what happened. Even though we did play not this bad, and we were playing it's a nice against a nice side as Dortmund. But today you're playing against Bournemouth. You know you're coming from a tough loss. You know you got to give the fans what they want. You know you got to add points into the Premier League. If we would have won today, woulda, shoulda, could have. If we would have won today, let me show you. If we would have won today, Liverpool, of course, haven't played their match yet. But momentarily, we would have been, because of the goal difference, above Liverpool in 4th spot. And if Liverpool won their match, we would have been 5th. In European football. And I know and people are going to comment and say, bro, did you realize that we're not even halfway through the season yet? I realize that. But against Bournemouth, we have to win because you got Chelsea coming up. And then you got Manchester United coming up. And I know we beat them for the Carabao Cup. But now they have a chip on their shoulder and they're in a race with you. Manchester United, as bad as they suck, they're above us right now in 6th spot. That's who they are. They're a team that sucks. Hell is all hell breaks loose with Manchester United, but at the end of the day, they're still right there fighting shoulder to shoulder with you. And you can't beat Bournemouth. And now next match, you're supposed to beat Chelsea. that are 10th, even though they just beat Spurs. They have to play their match, of course. But still, it's not going to be an easy match. If you think that just because Chelsea's 10th and we're 6th, 7th, that we're just cool, that we're going to beat them, that's not how football works. And I know that people can use that and say, well, beating Bournemouth is just not how football works either. Well, that's bullshit, because they are just out of relegation right here. They have lost before this one 4 of the last 5 matches. Okay? So I don't want to hear that crap. Part of being, I always argue with anybody and everybody that tells me that Newcastle is not a big club. But I can't keep arguing if you don't take games seriously. When the big games come up and you have to, a must-win match, you have to win them. The same thing as we did with PSG. Same thing as we did with Arsenal. Same thing as we did with Manchester United. So this happened. We didn't just forget to play football. But I'm more going, in my rant is more going towards the attitude of the players. Because we are unlucky, to be honest, as you see in the title. We are unlucky because we keep getting hurt back after back after back. Somebody, next match, I'm just wondering who's going to be. You know what I mean? So don't take it as if my rant is about the team and all of a sudden we suck. We don't suck. We know how to play good football. I argue with somebody on the comments on the watch along, saying, because they said that we have teams that are, relegated to players. And I said, no, this team beat PSG. This team got a nice tie at Milan. This team beat Arsenal, beat United. So we have good players. But one thing you cannot negotiate, me as a fan, I will never negotiate this with a player: the lack of attitude. In the sense, the get-go, Bournemouth came out to shoot, guns blazing, coming at Newcastle's neck. And we just did not do any of that. So keep that in mind. I won't negotiate the attitude. You get hurt, I understand. You play bad, I understand. But the attitude, I saw a lot of lack of attitude in this match. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below. Hopefully we can interact. Chat, please. I want to know your comments and what you think. We still have a lot of time to go. And of course, we can do this. Newcastle's future is very, very well, a bright future. But still, we have to call it for what it is when we lose a match like this. Let me know in the comment section. Please subscribe if you are a Newcastle fan. And again, let's get to 100 likes in this video. I appreciate it. My name is Chris, the American Magpie. We'll see each other on the next one.